Welcome back to another weekend preview on the Football Zone. Big weekend of Premier League and Championship action coming up, so let's get straight into it. Starting off in the Premier League on Saturday lunchtime with Burnley versus Arsenal. Interesting game this. Hard to call. Burnley picked up a solid point last time against Leicester. Arsenal, really impressive win against Leicester, so they'll definitely have a lot of confidence from that. But I think Arsenal will have enough here. I'm going to say 2-1 to the Gooners. Next up, Sheffield United host Southampton at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United really gutsy performance last time out against Aston Villa, holding on despite only having 10 men. Don't know why Jagielka was sent off, but anyway, that's a different story. You can watch my weekend midweek review for that. Southampton lost to Everton last time out. It's just really not going their way at the moment. They need to bounce back, and I've got a funny feeling they will. Sheffield United so inconsistent. I'll say 1-0 to the Saints. Villa host Wolves in a Midlands derby at 5:30 on Saturday. Another interesting one. Villa not on a greatest run of form. Just 2 wins in the last 5 and 2 losses and 1 draw. Wolves, they held Man City tight until 10 minutes to go, and then the wheels kind of just came off. Except for that, they were unbeaten in 3 before that, so this should be quite an interesting one. I don't think there's a lot separating the two sides, which is why I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw. Brighton host Leicester at the Amex in the 8 o'clock game. Big game for Leicester this. They desperately need to find some form. Just lost the last 2 and drawn 1 in the last 3 in all competitions, so they need a result. Brighton as well in awful form, lost to West Brom last time out, so they're not in a good moment. Both teams need to make something count, and I think Leicester's quality will eventually shine through, and I can see them picking up the win here. I'll say 2-0. A huge game at the bottom of the Premier League. West Brom host Newcastle. Really interesting one. West Brom, I think this is a must-win game for them, even though they're unbeaten in 3 now. If they want to have any hope of surviving, 9 points behind, will be 6 if they win this. So, yeah, you never know, but I do think they have to win this. Newcastle, we've seen this as a game which they really should be winning as well, just to get away from Fulham. But I can see West Brom picking up a surprise win. I'll say 1-0. Liverpool host Fulham at Anfield. Liverpool win against Sheffield United last time out, but they're still not back to their old selves, really, are they? Fulham, not great against Spurs last time out, but they've still been on a decent run, so I'm hoping for their sake that they can keep some momentum going and maybe find some form and whatever. But I just do think Liverpool will have too much quality for them, so I'm going to say 2-0 to Liverpool here. Man City host Manchester United in the undoubtedly biggest game of the weekend. Man City, what can you say about them? They even went at the races for quite a lot of the game on Tuesday, but still coming out 4-1 victors, which says all you need to know. As for Manchester United, totally different story. Still sitting in second in the league, but with the way they've played recently, they could well be sleepwalking into a battle for the top 4, which they really want to avoid. And I can see Man City hoping more misery on the Marseille 2-0. The game on Sunday evening is Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. Tottenham, they're definitely picking up a bit. It's great to see Gareth Bale starting to find some form again. Palace, draw against Manchester United. Roy Hodgson had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer worked out tactically. Fair play to him. Did a job on him. But yeah, 2 0-0 draws in a row now. They'll be looking to score some goals, but I just think with the way Tottenham have been improving lately, I just can't see it happening. I can see it being a fairly comfortable win for Spurs. I'm going to say 3-0. Moving on to Monday night now, Chelsea host Everton. Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel, he's definitely done a really good job there. Bit of a ball draw last time out against Manchester United. Everton, 1-0 win against Southampton. Not their best, but a win's all that counts. They've won their last 2 now, so they'll be looking to bounce back and try and get into the top 4 places. But I do think Chelsea will have a bit too much for them here, so I'm going to say 2-0 to Chelsea. West Ham host Leeds. Leeds, of course, as we always say, such an entertaining team. You can never really tell what's going to happen with them. They've picked up some really great results so far this season. West Ham still in the top 4. And these are the sorts of games they have to be winning if they want to get into the top 4. But yeah, what season they're having. And to be honest, I do think they will get the win here. I do think they've got a bit too much quality. I think it'll be close, but I'm going to say 1-0 to the Hammers. Moving on now to the Championship action on Friday night. Huddersfield, who are just in dreadful form, did pick up a point last time against Birmingham, but I think they would have seen that as a winnable game. Against Cardiff, who are just absolutely flying since Mick McCarthy took over on an incredible run of form. And to be honest, I can't see it stopping anytime soon, really, and especially not against an out-form Huddersfield side. I think it will be a fairly comfortable 2-0 win for Cardiff to keep the playoff push going. Next up, Nottingham Forest travel to Watford. Watford, they're in a really, really solid position, you know. Level on points with Brentford now after the midweek results. They've been better than Swansea and Brentford over the last few games, so they just have to keep on going. Forest set back last time out against Luton, so they'll be looking to bounce back from that, but I just can't see it happening. I think Watford will have too much for them. I will say 2-0 to Watford. Barnsley, the informed team in the Championship, they've just been outstanding recently. 3-1 win against QPR last time out, won their last 6, just incredible form. Against Birmingham. They have improved lately under Aitor Karanka, but yeah, still it's just been nowhere near good enough, and I can't see anything other here really than a Barnsley win. I think it will be quite comfortable as well. I'll say 3-0 to Barnsley. Birmingham still in deep relegation trouble. Bristol City, Brentford host Rotherham. Brentford, they'll be desperate to bounce back from the Norwich game. They were really, really poor in the Norwich game. Just didn't look like creating anything at all. So that's a bit of a concern for them. Rotherham, what a huge, huge win that was against Sheffield Wednesday. Could be massive for their survival hopes. But yeah, they've got a tough game to follow that up, and if they do, it's probably be an incredible win for them, but I just can't see it happening. I think Brentford will have far too much for them. I'll say 3-1. Bristol City take on QPR at Ashton Gate. Bristol City, they've picked up a lot since Nigel Pearson came in, but they'll be really disappointed to lose late on against Bournemouth, and I think that's killed any hopes of a minor miracle of getting into the playoffs. QPR obviously went on that incredible run of form, but they've dropped off recently, just 1 point from the last 3 games, so not great for them. And yeah, I don't know if they were even considering playoffs, but if they are, it's definitely over now. I can see Bristol City getting a win here, 1-0. Derby against Coventry is up next at St Andrews. Coventry and Derby, I don't think neither are out of the relegation battle yet. Coventry still right in the thick of it in 20th, just 3 points ahead of Rotherham, but Rotherham have 2 games in hand. Derby, 6 points clear, but Rotherham have a game in hand, so it's not totally over yet, especially considering Derby's game in hand is Barnsley away. But Derby have quite a hard run, so they'll look to get a result here, but I can see it being 1-1. Millwall host massively outformed Blackburn. Blackburn huffed and puffed in that defeat to Reading, but in the end it just wasn't enough. Millwall picking up a solid win at home to Preston, which is a good result for them, but I just can't see them breaking into the playoffs, if I'm being honest. Intense, I would say it's very, very unlikely. But yeah, I think this is just going to be a mid-table clash now, really. It's clear that the pressure is growing on Tony Mowbray, and I can see Millwall heaping more pressure on them. I'm going to say 1-0. Norwich host Luton at Carrow Road. Norwich, huge win against Brentford last time out, and I think that's pretty much secure promotion back to the Premier League at the first time of asking, if I'm being honest. 10 points clear now. It's hard to see a way they slip up now. So yeah, big win for them. Luton, 2 wins on the trot now. Good win against Forest last time out. So yeah, they'll definitely come here with a lot of confidence. But I can see Norwich getting a win here. I think they're a better team. I'll say 2-0. Preston host Bournemouth at Deepdale. Preston, not on a great run of form at the moment, it has to be said. Just 4 points from the last 5, so really not great. Bournemouth, they were going on an iffy run, but that's 2 wins on the trot now, so that'll be huge for Jonathan Woodgate as they look to stay in the playoffs. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting one, but I can see this being a draw actually. I can't see Bournemouth winning this, I'll say 1-1. Reading host Sheffield Wednesday, and what you'd have to say is a must win for both sides. Reading still 3 points inside the playoffs, but you know, they're not totally safe. inside there. They still got a big battle on their hands with the form of Barnsley and Cardiff. That was an absolute sucker punch last time out for the Sheffield Wednesday against Rotherham. 7 points adrift now. You feel like it's going to be a big ask to keep them in the league. And I can see Reading heaping more misery on them. I'll say a comfortable 2-0 win for the Royals. Stoke host Wycombe. You'd say Stoke, with that ridiculous penalty called against Swansea in the last minute, have killed any hope of getting in the playoffs. So I think they're just basically playing out to the end of the season now. Wycombe, I think they're down. Watford secured a fairly comfortable win against them last time out. I can't see anything else other than a comfortable Stoke win here. And I'll say 3-0. Moving on then to the final game, Swansea, what a great position they're in after that rather fortuitous victory against against Stoke last time out. Just 1 point off the autos with 2 games in hand, so they're in a great position against the Middlesbrough side, who still have an outside shot at the playoffs, but it's looking like a big ask. 5 points off with Barnsley and Cardiff in such great form. I just can't see them travelling the top 6. But I'm going to say Swansea 2-0 here. I think that'll put pretty much an end to their playoff hopes. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Put your thoughts in the comments down below. And follow me on Twitter. Link in the description below for daily football news. And subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.